On the domestic commodities markets, we're looking at granite. Well, granite is a major input in the production of cement, and most companies that produce building materials are currently struggling. Lafarge's revenue declined by about 30.41%, while Dangote Cement recorded a marginal decline of 0.8% in the 9-month 2019. And of course, we have seen the price of granite in Nigeria decline by about 8.16% to about 4,500 per ton in the last 6 months. Well, Fumi Adebowale, one of the research analysts with Financial Derivatives Company, will talk to us about this. Hello, Fumi. Good afternoon. So what is responsible for this sharp drop in the price of granite in Nigeria, and what is the price outlook for this commodity in the near term?
Yes, it is true that the price of granite declined in the last 6 months, but it is important to know that this bearish trend in price did not only affect granite. Other building materials were also affected. The price of cement, of sand also declined. But now let's go back to granite, which is our focus for today. Granite is a main input in the production of cement, which is used in the construction industry. It is also used, for building monuments. It is used for indoor projects like tabletops and kitchen tops. So it is important. And one important thing about this commodity is that it can be found in almost all states in Nigeria, mostly in the southwest, which is Ogun and Ondo. The factors responsible for a decline in price is not far-fetched. If you look at the construction sector and the real estate sector, the activities in these sectors are slowing. In Q2, the construction sector growth declined to 0.67% from 3.1%, and the real estate sector also recorded a negative growth. So when there's a decline in activities in this sector, it is logical that we'll see decline in the demand for commodities like cement, which also means that the demand for granite will decline, and that was what led to the decline in prices. But in the medium term, we expect to see an increase in prices as, the rainy season is almost over. As we approach the dry season, we expect activities in the construction sector to pick up. In the real estate sector, we expect to see an improvement in activities, and that will mean that more cement will be demanded, and automatically demand for granite will increase and prices will increase.
Now, is there any correlation between the performance of companies that produce building materials like Lafarge and Dangote Cement and the price volatility we have seen in granite?
Yes, there is usually a correlation between the price of any commodity and the performance of companies that produce this commodity, and granite is not an exception. So by price volatility, we mean that price could increase and also decrease. So when it increases, it is positive for revenues and profitability, and when it declines, we also expect revenues and profitability to decline. But it is important to note that while granite is a major input in the production of cement, there are all other raw materials that are also going into production. So there's a correlation between the price volatility of granite and the performance of these companies. But it is not the only, granite is not the only factor, only ingredient or commodity that will determine the fortune of these companies. However, it has a strong positive correlation between the price of granite and the performance of these big players in the cement industry.
All right, thank you for your time, Fumi Adebowale.